Alright, so your name is?
My name is Alice Treager.
And you're from where?
Los Angeles, California.
Okay, so what can you tell me siblings do you have?
I have an older sister and a twin sister.
Okay, and when you grew up, what kind of family? Did you have mom and dad, or?
Well, I had a mom and the man that I considered my dad that was there a lot.
Okay. Would you say you had maybe like the average, typical family growing up, or was yours different?
Well, mine was different. We were homeless most of the time, and we slept in unused offices, abandoned buildings, and parks. And we were hungry a lot of the time, and my twin sister and I would eat the cat food people put out for their pets, and sometimes we would go to neighbors and tell them that my mom wanted to borrow peanut butter or mayonnaise and sometimes eggs for authenticity, and we would eat these things without a word to our mom. We even stayed under an occupied house for a time.
Wow. What kind of other places did you sleep? Can you give me one more example of how it was kind of rough growing up?
Well, I can remember a time when we slept at the bottom of an enclosed stairwell, and it was covered in glass, and we had to lay a certain way so we wouldn't be cut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how long were you living like this with your family?
Well, by the age of 9, we were put into foster care, and God put us in a godly woman's home who, by no coincidence, was a school teacher, and she taught us about Jesus in words and actions as she brought us up to grade level.
Now, had you ever heard of Jesus before you got into your adopted family?
Well, we had, but it was mostly just church, and my mom had a certain con that she would do, and so we only knew church as a place to get money. But my adopted mom, who wasn't my adopted mom yet, we were just foster children, took us to a Christian camp where I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. And the Jesus she spoke of was at this camp, and I knew I could have him in my heart too.
Now, how long did you get to stay with your foster mom?
Well, at the age of 12, God sent us back to live with my mom and the man I considered my dad. And they tried, but again they fell into the temptation of addiction and the life that goes with it.
Well, besides the fact that you were obviously at a different age when you moved back from your first 9 years, how is it different from when you didn't know Jesus, as well as you can understand as a child, to now that you know Jesus, going back?
Well, it wasn't easier, but now I knew where to turn for my hope and my strength. And Jesus was my comforter.
And then what happened with your family?
Well, at the age of 16, we were put back into foster care, and God sent us back to the same godly woman who had introduced me to my Savior. And 1 month after that, my dad died as a bad result of heroin, and 1 month after that, my mom died from alcohol, IV drugs, and pills. And as difficult as it was, I still had Jesus to comfort me and give me strength. And he gave me support with my foster family, who later adopted us. And after that, after graduating high school, we went to a Christian college where I met the man I would marry. His name was Sean. And while I was in college, I tried to live not just to be a good person, but to try and live and do what I did for God's glory. But while in college, my twin sister died from a car accident, and I had Jesus my rock. He was my comforter, and he helped me, and he gave me Sean and my close friends and my sister to give me strength and support when I didn't feel like I had any. Jesus gave me a physical strength that
Jesus helped you.
yeah,
Now, do you think Jesus will help others?
I think he will.
You think he will?
He can give them comfort and strength, and give him people to give him strength.
Well, what would you tell someone how to have Jesus in their life?
Well, all you have to do is believe in your heart that Jesus died on the cross and that God raised him from the dead, and you will be saved.